Hi, good afternoon. I'm going to start to talk about Delta of River Colorado, the upper Delta in the area of Cucapaz. Uh, okay, well, talking about marine biology, about ethology of fishes. Okay, I'm going to start with the Presa Hoover. The Presa Hoover and the Presa on Glen Canyon was constructed on 1932 to 1936, something like that. At that point, the United States stopped the natural flux of water through the Gulf of California. On that areas, the big lagoons, the natural flux, continuous flux of water stopped. So what happened? Okay, let's talk. I'm going to talk about a little, a few for the money. A little about of mangroves and coastal shores. Okay, on the roots of the mangroves, the biologists know that is nurseries, guarderías, where the small one fishes and invertebrates grow up. The little ones go through the roots on the mangroves inside the water and keep in that area to take care that a predator don't take it. So we said that when the fishes and the invertebrates get the escape size, size where is bigger, the small one, go out and start to feeding of other things. So to increase the survive, those animals, the fishes, start to make a company with cardumen, we say cardúmenes, manchas, and move through the open water, you know, and start to take place of other habitats like rocks, like stones, like corals. So when those fishes grow more, need to move on deeper water. So, okay, now we know something about the growing of fishes, the little ones. Okay, that happened on mangroves. All the mangroves here in Baja doesn't have the flux of water, fresh water. We are a desert. We are a dry zone. So a difference, the mangrove from Baja than the continental part in Mexico as Marismas Nacionales on Nayarit. I was working there too. There are a continued flux of water, fresh water. On that areas, we can find animals, marine animals that can move from the salt water to fresh water, like the salmons, and we know as diadromos. You know, diadromos that could be separated in anadromos and catadromos. Ones that move from the salt water to fresh water, and ones that move from the uh, fresh water to the salt water. So, okay, there are a lot of examples around the world that animals do that. One is anguillas, anguilla the fam. Well, I don't know. Anguillas, sharks, the bull sharks. there are a lot of records in the United States that the bull shark go inside the rivers and sometimes attack people that are swimming or fishing or everywhere on rivers. Okay, and the other one is the Salmonidae family, and all the world knows about it. All the salmons, or not all the salmon, but the salmons move up to the mountains and free the eggs and then die. It's a natural selection. It's evolution. Okay, so just imagine the the importance of the flux of natural flux of water, of healthy water that move from the land to the sea. And then by the cycle, natural cycle of water, the evaporation, the irrigation, the penetration of the water through the land, fill and full the reservoirs of water that they take out with the machines and pumps and use it for human use or industrial use. The problem starts when the industrial put contamination through the water, and that water move down to the sea. So the animal start to fix in the muscles, radioactive and hard metals. So then the human gonna eat that fish and get sick and start to grow the cancer and other diseases. So okay, uh, let's talking about the Hoover River. Okay, as I told you yesterday, if you see the Google Earth and put a zoom on the upper Gulf, you can note. And even when you fly from La Paz to Tijuana, you will see on the plane, out the plane, and it hurts to see dry rivers and mountains that are on different seasons of the year start to look so bad. And well, just imagine the big lagoon of Laguna Salada, Mexicali. Just imagine full of water, full of water. Just imagine that. All the rivers that doesn't have water. What happened with that rivers? Not only with the marine life, not just the marine life. Just think in the trees, on the birds that make natural migration to South America. All that ponds and lagoons and rivers are considered like, we consider it like resting places for those migration that use that area for feeding and get energy and still more, like ducks. So when those areas get dry, start to die the life. Not only that, you don't even imagine all the influence that have the water that room from the mountains get, not only that resting places to the bears, to the deers, to the rabbits, to the all the population, or what happened with the natural ecology of that places. Just imagine. And okay, this water take down minerals, uh, elements that we consider alimentants in the ocean, like phosphatos, like cuarzos, feldespatos, micas, uh, hierro, um, all nutrients are the natural organic uh, for the use of animals and plants. Okay, so just thinking salmons that move, Salmonidae family, up there on the river, and anyone in the world know right now about Vaquita, know some things about Totoaba, and start to know something about Cyanocionopterus, it's a curvina, golfina. And there are a lot of fishes there, up there. The Scombridae family, Sierra golfina, and Totoaba and Curvina is from the family Cyanidae family. So those animals have the ethology, the same behavior of salmon. They move through the El Sanjón, Cucapa community to reproduction, to put the eggs through the water like a salmon. But what happened? They don't have no more fresh water. So limit the that limit the exit of reproduction, because doesn't find a nice places, a secure places that talking evolutionary things uh, that population use it like the salmons. So okay, and when finish the at 40 16, at 60s 40, start to going down the population, the natural population of Totoaba. And the other side, south in the Gulf, in the Middle Gulf, going down the population of shrimps. Did you know how grow the shrimps? They spend uh, when are big, move to the lagoons, mangrove zones, lagoons, areas with fresh water, and put the eggs on that places. At that places, the little shrimps start to grow till get the escape size, and then move to the open ocean. Okay, the blue shrimp in the upper Gulf of California is still catching, but in a small uh, amount, small volume, in small and less biomass. So, what really happened? You don't need to be a scientist to understand that. All the minerals that came from the mountain that are in United States, upper than Nevada, all nutrients stop to come to the Gulf of California. Just think here in La Baja, we just have water when the hurricanes came and let in one day we with the water that rain we feel the phreatic months. Nice. And then start to run the water to the dry river, natural dry rivers, and put the water inside the fresh water inside the sea. At that moment, increase the fishery of shrimps, the fishery of mahi mahi, the fisheries, because as fishermen we know that if we are fishing and go to the on the sea, the open sea, and we find a piece of wood floating in the water, we really know that there we can catch a nice animals. Why? Because these uh, pieces of wood uh, start to have in the surface epiphytic epibiontes, small invertebrate, and then with the shadow that put that piece of wood, all the little fishes keep to this. We can find on that pelagic one small fishes. We can find a little amberjacks, a small marlins. Those animals asleep at that time in the column of water need protection, and then like this. So you have the small one, you have a little big one that is eating those fishes, and sometimes the sardines move to those we know as fish aggregation devices. Any floating system uh, can make the function as a fish aggregation devices. And then the big one, the pelagic, like the mahi mahi, the marlins came and start to feeding. So the fisherman that know when the seaweed, like a sargassum, with the natural biology, natural reproduction, move from the rocks and separated and floating in the water, we know that we can have a nice catch. So just imagine the Baja is still without the water from Colorado River survive, surviving. Women, we support the Gulf of California support and the Pacific side support big biomass, big whales, big sharks, hundreds of tons of biomass that is still Mexico is exporting to other places. Even big ships still came and stole the fishes of Mexico, big factory ships. So please, United States, leave the natural flux of water, a constant flux of water. I don't ask for a big. I know that Arizona University started doing that some years ago, and nice for Arizona. So if you permit that we have a lagoon, you don't even imagine the increase of populations of different animals, on different animals in the Baja Peninsula, in the Gulf of California, in the migration of, see, the birds are so important, the marine birds are so important. Because as you know, they eat the sardines and put the guano in some places, the phosphorus. So, come on. We really want to save the planet? Do the right things. You don't need that I have to tell you. But please, science people, please, foundations, do the right things. Everyone know what happened in the first year, in the first year of pandemic, COVID. What happened? Italy. We will see at Venice channels dolphins that normally we don't see. The population stopped and get inside the houses. At that time, I see a meme that fish go out the river and ask to a deer, "Hey, what's up with the virus?" It's inside the houses. Oh well, yeah, sure. So sometimes say that the animals start to make an invasion to the cities, to the land. No man, come on. The human being are using the natural areas. So please support Arizona project, University Arizona project, and do the right things. I really have a lot of things about the marine biology, about the behavior on the humans, and on my humans that I know. But I need more time. I decide that I return. I need return to get my PhD and start to work in my place, at my place. I need to do some things to get a nice lab to start investigation about the fish, the process when the study of histology, gonadic system, boom, 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 of fishery for those that are fishery for importance, commercial importance, produce uh, the larvae, the small ones, feeding those animals, put it in ponds, grow those animals, and then free through the water to help the system. The other thing that I really want to do is start to make a massive production of corals, species from Gulf of California, and put in the right places with some technology that I know. I don't want to repeat, okay, and the right places to do that, to help the system, to show the world that we can change, we can do the right things. So thanks to listen to me again. Bye bye. See you.